Hey, welcome back, bike farmers. So, I've recently learned, because I'm pretty new to this, that it's called a bike check. And that's when I take a really cool bike that I have, or I've come across, and tell you a little bit about it. This is my touring bike. It is a 1996 Rivendell All-Rounder, hand-built in Waterford, Wisconsin at Waterford Precision Cycles. This is made with Reynolds 753 tubing. Very, very thin lugged steel frame. With the 753 tubing, in order for Reynolds to sell you a tube set, they had to make sure that the builder was certified to use this particular tubing because it was so thin, and they wanted to make sure that whoever was building bikes with this was able to control heat accurately enough to make sure that the lug joints would withstand the test of time. This particular bike I bought used. I'm the second owner. The first owner said that it was like within the first month or something like that, they put a gigantic dent in the top tube, drove them crazy for a number of years, and then sent the frame back to Waterford. The top tube has been replaced, and the frame was repainted with some different colored, they did like a cream color. It used to be white, I guess. I think the original frame color is here, but the decals, they only had this off-white, so they changed it, which I think is just really sharp. I love this bike. Absolutely love it. I've been on some really great tours with it. Called an all-rounder. It's 1996, so these are 26 by 2.3 inch Rene Herse rat trap pass tires. Very, very fast. You wouldn't think to look at it, but this is a very quick, very spry, very comfortable, very versatile bicycle. I can't say enough good things about it. I really, really enjoy it. It's got bar end shifters. I do have them indexing. It's a 3x8 drivetrain with my all-time favorite derailleurs, the 8-speed Dior XT, front and rear. One issue that I've been having is when this bike hangs up for a long time, the headset likes to seize up. Now this is a very fancy, very nice Chris King headset. I don't know why. I think it's because of head trash. I've been putting off taking this apart, pulling the headset off, taking it all apart, cleaning it. I think what I need to do, I had a conversation with a guy the other day who was saying, because these headsets are so well machined that you have to make sure your head tube is faced perfectly on the bike that it's going on, or else it'll bind. And that's kind of what's going on here. So when you turn it, it starts to bind right there. You know, it's pretty free flowing here, but then it starts to bind. So I'm gonna take this all apart and face the head tube, because I have the tools to do that here. So that's kind of some next level bike mechanic stuff. Get into the frame and that sort of thing. And then I have a trip planned tomorrow morning. I'm leaving southern Wisconsin and bombing out to the Black Hills of South Dakota. And then the following day, I've got a really cool bike trip planned. And this is the bike I'm gonna take with. I got this new action cam that I'm gonna bring with and try to make a ride video for you too. So lots going on. I can't wait for you guys to get to know my all-rounder, because I just love this bike, and it's been a while since I've had an adventure with it. So here we go. Okay, folks, per the usual, I think I'm just gonna pull both wheels off. Disconnect the brakes. Yeah, I'm gonna take the wheels off because I wanna clean this frame. Because of the wide tires, this is the bike, and the fenders, this is the bike I kind of go to if I want to go for a bike ride on the bike path, and it had been raining. It'll kind of float through the squishy spots, but that is a good way to make a bike very dirty. Okay, yeah, you can see these wheels, XTR hubs, and these are 26-inch Velocity A23s. They got some nice green alloy nipples, and there's the rat trap pass. 26 by 2.3. These are extra lights. This is a very light wheel. Pretty amazing. This is a 531 fork, 753 main frame. Okay, so I guess I don't really need to remove my bag. And yeah, I mean, this, how's that gonna, well, I guess I gotta, if I want to do this right, I'm just gonna leave it for now, but the stem's gotta come off. So get these handly bars off. Oh boy, yeah, see, I know I had this bike built, it's very tight, everything's very tight, so I don't have enough clearance, I don't have enough slack on these cables to pull the stem out, so I gotta loosen my derailleur cables. Get that all. That should give me enough to deal with. Put those down. Here we go. Come on, buddy. Now what is it? Rear brake. Oh, we're so close. These silly Technomic stems are so tall. I don't really need it on this bike, but I think it's what I had at the time. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I've had this off before, so I know it's possible. All right, I'll set that aside. Now, we'll take two 32 millimeter headset wrenches, lock one down. We're gonna loosen the top one and hold the lock one down. All right. Oh, all right. Okay. So, sorry about that. I just figured out I didn't have my action cam on. I'm learning. This is the very first, I mean, I just got it. Just unboxed it this morning. I don't really know how it all works or even what it all means. But I'm gonna just kind of take my time here for a minute with this bike. Grab hold of that fork down there. Maybe if I use a rag, I'll get a better grip on that. You know, this bike sits and then it just binds up. It's weird. These headsets really shouldn't do that, I don't think. Mechanically, I don't know what's going on. But if I squirt some one step or some light lube in there, it unfreezes it. So I don't know if I'm just gonna find a big old rusty mess or what. I can't imagine that it got rusted, right? It's all sealed and such fine machining. and probably stainless or alloy, you know. Shouldn't have these problems with expensive parts, you know. That's why we buy these fine pieces of jewelry. Chris King two-nut, they call it. Threaded. Let's see what we're dealing with here. All right. Yeah, that's binding for sure. Huh. Oh, look at that. I got a bungee cord over here. It's just what I need to hold this out of the way. Okay. We're just gonna pound it free. Oh, look at, there's the rust. Yuck. Ugh, what have I been doing? Oh no. Okay, I gotta be honest with you. This is absolutely unacceptable and terribly embarrassing. But I'm an authentic guy, trying not to sugarcoat anything at all on this channel. And, you know, I mean, that is what it is. So we're gonna do what we can to make this right. Ugh. I'm so very sorry to everyone at Rivendell and Waterford and Chris King and all these wonderful companies that do their very best to make the best, and they are wonderful at it, and then I mistreat it. So, but here I am, taking it apart, doing what I can with what I got. Here we go. Got some citrus degreaser here. I'm just going to start with that. Okay, so you can see, it looks like the headset's coming around. Nice stainless shiny surface there. So I made this tube clamping block for frame building, and that's going to allow me to properly clamp that. There, now nothing's moving around. Okay. So now clean up our rusty mess a little bit here. Man, I wonder how long this has been here. I don't think I've ever had this apart. I bought the bike assembled and everything. It was pretty good. When I changed the handlebars, I did stuff like that, but I've never had this apart, I don't think. Not that I'm trying to get out of it, but The point is that I just assumed that everything was good because it's all so nice and fancy, and you know, it's just not. But I think we're okay. There's some pitting, you know, it's all right. The steerer tube is, there's a lot of metal there. The walls are very thick. So I think we're okay. Well, it cleaned up pretty well. You know, that's pretty good. So we can put a bunch of grease on there. Okay. I suppose we could clean those threads up. Okay, I'm feeling a little better about things. Whew, okay. All right, let's pound this headset out. Got the race rocket here. Oh, oh, here we go. Pound it out. Pretty crunchy. But like I said, you know, that's all sealed and very well machined. So we'll just take some care when we clean it. Top one's a little better. Okay, and then inside the tube is going to be really hard to show you guys, but it's really not that bad in there. So we're just gonna hit it with some lube. Let's run our rag through there. Ooh, I just happen to have a nice long poker doodabber. Yeah, that's actually really clean in there. So good. Frame's in good shape. It's just that steerer. Let's go. That seemed to go pretty well this way. Okay. Just for good measure, let's just grease it in there. Grease. I like the grease. Why not? If anybody knows why not, let me know. Okay. So with this, I think I'm gonna use one step. Just kind of give it a squirt. Yeah, there's some corrosion on the inside here. Shiny. Shiny, shiny. Okay. Let me get my facing tools. So here we go. There's the facing tool. It's going to carve a little on the inside here and the top and bottom, and then everything should fit better. So, or hopefully it will. Yeah, it's just gonna kind of get the paint out of the way there. So we're gonna put that in there. Come on, there we go. So you can create some tension here, and then slowly but surely and carefully just take the tiniest bit of material off. Okay. There we go. Pull the tool out. You can see the gunk on there now. Clean things off a bit. That's what it looks like. Nice and sharp. Flat. Flat, flat, flat. All right. Didn't take off all the paint. Yep, that's not all loosey-goosey, so that'll press in there real nice now. All right, now we got to do the other side. Now, normally I'd just flip the bike over, but because this whole system here is working pretty well for me, everything seems to be in place. I'm going to do it upside down. Okay, put that in. We're going to compress the spring a little bit. And then when you turn it, okay, we're cutting the inside of the head tube right now. Ooh, nice. Give it a little more tension up here. Oop, just let all my tension out. Taking a little more off the bottom here, it seems like it wants it. Come on, buddy. There's your filth. These are expensive tools, and they have a nice home tucked away in a drawer in their box. Okay, kids, here goes something. Okay, that's good. Get our press here. I don't know, I gotta get it pressed in a little bit here. Oh, it's going in good now. Here we go. Smoosh. Very nice. Just gonna kind of check it, make sure everything's good. Looks good to me. Not bad for just some guy with a bunch of old bikes. Bunch of old steel bikes. Might as well clean this guy up while we're at it. Just degrease it. Okay. And we're gonna grease it. Re-grease it. Maybe for its first time. Hit these threads too. Get it where it wants it. Okay. We're about to reach a moment of truth here. So that's finger tight right now. Okay, got the lock nut. Might as well blast this out. Man, there's some gunk in there. Some busage. right up in its grease, so that's good. Not too concerned with having grease there. But, you know, shiny is as shiny does. How did this go now? I think I had all of these spacers like that. Okay, this is my decalure for my rando bag. And I just can't hardly believe that I have enough threads. So what am I missing? Oh yeah, cable hanger. All right. Greasy, greasy, greasy. You know, I won't have to touch it for another 20 years. There's the cable hanger. Then the decalure. If anybody, I don't know how you'd make a comment about how to pronounce that word. Straighten things out the best we can. We might have to make a tweak. I am resting these. I'm putting the stem down a smidge. I took this for a quick shakeout ride the other day and I was like, man, things have changed. I'm going down a bit. You know, most people go up as they get older. All right. So now, well, I guess I could have put the stem down after I adjusted the headset. But look at that. No binding. Right? And that's buttery smooth. And it's not loose. Yeah, I'm just going to tighten that down. I think we'll make a final tweak at the end if we need to. I'll go over here with that. Get good purchase on things here. Oh man, is that smooth. Doesn't feel loose. I give that whole operation 2 thumbs up. Crisis averted, folks. Yes. Yes. Alrighty. onward. Let's get on with the program here. Rear brake good. Get the front brake back and in action here. I'm guessing. It's quite tight. Quite tight. Oh boy. Man, these Paul brakes sure have some good springs in them. I tell you what. Some heavy hitters here. Paul components, Rene Herse, XTR, Rivendell, Nitto, Reynolds 753, Shimano, MKS, Sapim, spokes, Brooks leather saddle, green one. Crane. Okay, it's back together. That front brake has a situation, and I had some troubles getting that front wheel on. So I'm gonna put the bike on the ground, just make sure everything's in the right place here. Yeah, I got to adjust it. I'll show you. So I actually like this design quite a bit. What you do is you throw your 15mm wrench on that part, and then your 5 on your brake boss bolt, and try to get purchase on it. Okay, and then this is adjusting your spring tension. You can see how, you know, whoop. Alright, so it just so happens that if I hold the wrench so it bottoms out on my rack stay, it's perfect. And then somehow you manage to get your wrench there, and you try to tighten your brake boss bolt on your spring adjuster, clamp the whole system together. I'm not loving this brake pad position right now, so I'm just that quick. Just make a minor tweak to it, just so I can love it. It's my favorite sound in bicycle mechanics right there. A perfectly adjusted cantilever brake. Kind of like putting deodorant on instead of taking a shower. Which is what you do on bike tour anyway. You know, if you're doing it right. Okay, here we have the bike on the ground. Drop the front end and feel for a loose headset. Still tight. I'm checking my angle here. Very good. Yep. Everything's just exactly perfect. Just how I want it. Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you love to spend a couple days on this thing? That's what I get to do this week. Okay, thought I'd take you outside and into the prairie where this bike likes to live. It's outside in nature. I don't know if you can see it with that camouflage. Really blends in. But anyway, there it is. I've got my rando bag right out front here. It's my trusty rando bag. And very nice when you're on bike tour to have one of these bags, because when you get to camp, you can just take it off. You know, there's its mounting place. Okay, you come around here and put it on your picnic table, and then you got everything you need right there. So that's a nice thing to have, and you can see how all that works in there. Oh yeah, Tom Ritchie, there's another, you can see the cable hanger. There's a Ritchie cable hanger. Soma levers. This is a Nitto Marks rack, I believe. This is a little novel thing that I came up with. Got these little spacers, and then these problem solver butterfly deals. All right, and this, I just used some rack stays to kind of float this out. And what you can do is just get some voila straps. You know, that's how you pronounce that, by the way. I hear all these other guys doing voile. It's voila. Like, voila, look at that. You're cinched up and ready to roll. Anyway, voila straps fit right into these things, and you can strap dry bags right there, nice and low on your fork. That's all I have for front panniers. Is I don't even know what size dry bags they are. But I put my tent on one side. I have an ultralight tent on one side and my sleeping quilt on the other. And it works wonderfully. But check out the head badge. Some very pretty Rivendell lugwork. The Chris King headset. These are Nitto Noodle handlebars, which work great. This physic tape I found matches so perfectly. I just got lucky. And this old crane bell makes a hell of a racket. Technomic stem. Oveja Negra had this half frame bag that really looks beautiful. Here's some more frame detail for you. That Brooks saddle is actually green, which is kind of neat, and has the brass rivets. Just really beautiful touch. That came with it when I bought it. These Paul cantilever brakes can't be beat. Rene Herse had Hanjo make fenders. So these are actually, I got the hollow, I don't know if I can get these fender stays are hollow. I don't know if you can see, they're tubes. You see that? That's fancy. Anyway, very lightweight, but they had them made just for these rat trap extra light tires, which I'm telling you, 26 by 2.3, that's a hell of a road bike tire. Sackville flap, kind of cool. Again, my Dior XT 8-speed. I can never remember the numbers. Velocity A23s with green alloy nips, and I think I said Sapim before, but these are DT spokes, double butted spokes. Shimano bar end, indexing 8-speed 3x8, and this Sugino crank. These are the Lambda, MKS Lambda pedals that I'm not in love with. I think they make some that have better grip and like removable grippers. That's what I should have done. The bottle cage system here is interesting. These are TA bottle cages that I just think really match well. And then this is Velo Orange. And I put my big stainless steel double walled thermos in here for touring, so that's where the hot water and coffee and stuff goes. Very helpful. And then carry 2 water bottles, big ones, in there. So that's how I tour. There's the 753 badge, very important feature of this bike. Yeah, some more frame detail in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Specialized seat post. Big whoop. And more frame detail. 531 fork crown for you. XTR hubs, front and rear. And then something that I'm proud of as a Wisconsinite, I'm gonna flip it around, hold on. Designed and handcrafted, Waterford, Wisconsin. So this is a Waterford Rivendell. And that's the 96 All-Rounder. Okay, bike farmer friends, this is it. Thank you so much for watching this far. Lots to learn on this one. That was pretty cool, taking apart this headset and cleaning it and finding some really nasty stuff and getting through it. And you know, I love that. You know, this is something that's been bothering me for a long time. I don't have to think about it anymore. I mean, for many, many years. We just don't have to worry about it. And like I said, I am taking this bike on an adventure. That's why I'm going through all this trouble. It's going to be a nice multi-surface super adventure in the Black Hills of South Dakota, going on like a one-day 80-mile Needles Highway, Mount Rushmore, on-road, off-road, through the hills, mountain passes, the whole works, all in 80 miles. It's the Mickelson Trail. So that's what's happening. And I just got this little camera that's kind of been giving me the fits today. I might have a little bit of footage, I don't know yet. Hopefully you saw some of that and it worked out. Maybe it didn't. But anyway, I'm planning on bringing this guy with me and getting some footage out there and completing a little bit of a series with this bike. So, if you liked this and you want to see more, or you want to see more bike ride stuff, or more bike checks or bike tours, or whatever you want to call them. I like calling them bike tours, even though it's confusing. Let me know in the comments. Let me know by subscribing. Let me know by liking this. Yeah, just, you know, this thing is growing, and I'm getting every time I drop a video, I get a good handful of new subscribers. Some are doing better than others, and it's exciting. I love it. I love doing it. I love having you here with me, you know, following me along as I, you know, try to make a life out of working with my passion here, which is bicycles and pretty much everything in between. So, thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you next time.